This show is clean, pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Effizode 727. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth, located somewhere in Podcaster Valley, California today. We hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley. Plus, it's the finale of my Into an interview with the electronic dance band BLAUS. And the finale of that interview. And what is going on with headphones?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Yes, those things possibly you are listening to this show with right now. But honestly, I don't know.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Because this is a podcast and I can't see you. But you can't see me either. But you can hear me. And on yesterday's show, Benita said something that was eerie. She admitted to reading 50 Shades of Grey 701 times. And you know who I miss? Busta Rhymes. He was great. And really intimidating.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And he'd shout a lot. Why was he shouting all the time? Stop shouting.
Mike's
But
Daily
I'm going to be honest with you.
Podcast.
I am in a mood.
Yeah!
I will tell you why right now. But first I have to go back and bleep out the expletive I said, because this is a good show for good Christians. Look who just walked in. Hello, Michael Masters. This is Madame Rootabega, and I am in a very good mood. Because Sprint basically is charging me for something that I didn't want. And when I call them up and tell them I don't want it, don't charge me for it, take it away, they're like, oh, so you want to cancel it? I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay, well, you still, since you have it, you have to pay for it. It's already on the bill, we can't change it. Yes, if that logic make no sense to you either, it makes no sense to anybody on this planet except for cell phone carriers, who are the devil. And all they are here to do on this planet is to upset us and make us angry. Just like Comcast and AT&T and both their phone service and their cable service. They're just here to irritate us, and they should be obliterated and taken off the planet. Is that possible, Madame Rootabega?
Oh, yes, I would love to do it.
Did you do it yet?
Yes.
No, I think they're still here.
Oh, it didn't work. Sorry.
All right. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we don't use phones at all. We use a pigeon carrier system there.
Yeah, the pigeon carrier system is a lot less corrupt than the cell phone carrier system. Do you know that? Oh, okay. Maybe I should start using birds. Because the cell phone carriers are for the birds. Bah! Hey. Don't worry. It gets better from here. Reuters says that high-end sound systems and headphones maker BOSE is going after the newer kid on the block, Beats. BOSE versus Beats Electronics, with a lawsuit accusing Beats of infringing several patents related to noise cancellation technology. In a lawsuit filed today, they say that BOSE says that Beats had willfully infringed upon 5 of its patents, which Beats allegedly uses in its studio and studio wireless line of headphones. BOSE said it had lost profits and sales as a result. BOSE was seeking unspecified damages from Beats, which Apple Inc. announced this year it is going to acquire for $3 billion. Beats, founded by rap mogul Dr. Dre and music producer Jimmy Iovine. In 2006, Beats headphones have become popular with music fans. Apple's deal to acquire Beats is pending regulatory approval. If the deal is consummated, the BOSE lawsuit would be another legal front for Apple, which is already waging patent battles with companies such as Samsung. And BOSE, which is privately held, also filed a complaint with the International Trade Commission seeking to prevent Beats from importing its noise cancellation headphones into the United States from China. Beats also created that music service that's supposed to rival Spotify. So funny that Beats is all about being cool and Dr. Dre and all that, and Bose is like owned by total audio nerds. Let's hear it for audio nerds. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Bose. Dude, you got to get some Bose speakers put in your car. I'm an audio nerd.
What do you think about this lawsuit? What do you think about Beats versus Bose versus BLAUS? Which we're going to talk to BLAUS in just a moment. Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. And the website is MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com, where you can find links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Rate and comment on the show there, and that helps us out. More people find out about us if you do that. There's also links to where to find us on Facebook. Like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends. More people find out about us that way. There's also the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something, and that helps us out too. And there's also links to where to find us on Twitter, YouTube, Yelp, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Stitcher, Mixcloud, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter. All there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And the blog and the daily podcast picture and all my past interviews are there too.
Into an interview.
I'm talking to Nathan and Zach Blawstone of the band BLAUS. And yesterday we heard the song Wooly. And Zach, tell me about the trumpet sound that we heard on that song.
The trumpet sound that you heard is a mouth trumpet that that I incorporated. It's kind of just like I was always into beatboxing and incorporating mouth trumpet sounds, kind of horn sounds with my mouth. And so the trumpet sound you hear is actually coming from my mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did you do anything extra to the sound or anything to enhance it? Or
Slightly, of course, tiny bit of reverb, a little bit of compression, the usual. There's a slight distortion on it to give it a little more grunge, so it doesn't sound as dry. But other than that, it's pretty much just my mouth.
Wow.
Zach, what do you call that?
We call it a brumpet.
Brumpet.
A brumpet.
Brumpet. Because it's kind of like BLAUS, Blawstone, Brumpet.
It's the BLAUS trumpet.
It's the BLAUS trumpet.
I feel like we should go get some bratwurst with BLAUS.
Yes.
And then do the brumpet.
And then bring Woody with us.
And play some booty house music.
Yes.
So tell me about your gigs. And do you have any coming up?
Yes, so it's actually really funny. For the last couple of weeks, we've actually had a big show here in San Francisco at the Mezzanine, a club that one of the few clubs we haven't actually played at yet, and we've been waiting. We've both been waiting since we were kids to play at the Mezzanine, and so we got offered a show to play, a pretty big show, kind of in late August, and we were going to use it as kind of plugging it as our album release party or featuring our album there. And the main artist that we were going to be supporting sadly canceled their entire tour because they ended up getting a better spot on another tour for as a main support. So it's really good for them. Sad for us. We're still on Mezzanine's radar. That's still in the cards, but it's not confirmed yet. And hopefully in late August, things will work out and we will still be playing a giant show at the Mezzanine. So keep an eye out for that.
In San Francisco?
San Francisco Mezzanine downtown. And so that would be a great show. Hopefully it works out. And then also, since we finished the album and we've been pushing a lot with other things outside of actual, we've been working a lot on our live set. As of right now, we're building a lot more of our live set. This is the first time that we're actually pulling away from being, the strict DJs that we've been for the last year and really doing what we're good at and, using live drums, piano, vocals, and kind of incorporating our DJ side as well. And so as of right now, we're building that, and we do have lined up a Halloween show that isn't confirmed yet, but it's in the works. We also have an Outside Lands after party we'll possibly be doing. And then also another house party at a friend's house, which we did a long time ago. And it was just a major hit. So we're thinking about kind of putting together another personal sort of private, if you will, not really private house shows. So they got some things coming up. A lot more is going to be coming up as, the album comes out and things start to fall into place.
And someone's house will become a booty house.
It is the Booty House, and it's known as the Booty House ever since the last time. So
wow, okay.
Which Nate didn't say. The last one got really, really insane. We were planning on like, the max amount of people that will actually show up to this show is 100 people, and then next thing you know, 100 people show up right away, and then everyone outside wanted to get in, so there was like 100 people trying to come in. We had a bouncer at the door, like total crazy house party. It wasn't just your original house party.
Oh my gosh.
You got a little out of control. And it was downtown 18th and Castro, so if you could only imagine the type of people we were bringing into the party, which we wanted, it just got a little out of control.
Dang. Are there pictures from this night?
Yeah, they're actually all online at our website, BLAUSbeats.com. We have pictures from a lot of our shows throughout the last year, a lot of blogs and whatnot, so you can actually see video footage and photos from that night exactly, too, online.
BLAUSbeats.com. Okay. Yes. Boy, I want to go to the next Booty House.
It's like, Mike, you're there.
You were there, man.
I just feel like I should be wrapped in plastic, though. I don't know if that's... I've never really entered a Booty House before.
Just come as Bubble Boy.
I probably said too much about myself. But anyway, that's great. It's going to be fun. Wow. So... what kind of equipment then at your gigs do you have? You want to bring a piano with you sometime, I guess, but like, is it just various laptops and tablets and things?
I mean, I'd like to tell you our setup, but we're trying to keep it under wraps in the sense that we know that, people have seen us perform and they have a built image of what they've known of us, and our live performance from this album on is going to be way different than anything else. But I can just say that we'll have MIDI controllers, keyboards, live vocals, and which we'll also say in hand we'll have the brumpet, which will be live vocal, but that's one specific mic that we'll use for the brumpet. And we're also incorporating MIDI drums and a couple actual live drums as well. So
very cool. Now tell me about some of these contests that you've won.
Yes. Zach, you want me to take this, or you want to talk about White Wonderland?
Well, yeah, we've won a handful of contests, but the one that everyone knows about is White Wonderland, which is a event that the corporation EDC, one of the largest electric dance...
Or Insomniac.
Insomniac. I don't know why I said EDC.
Insomniac. That's like what they're known for.
Yeah, they're known for EDC, but they put on a show called White Wonderland in December that goes into the new year for like the celebration of the new year, and they have a competition called Discovery Project, which they try to discover new artists, and thousands of people will submit their music, and they pick one person, or some other events they'll pick a couple people, but in this White Wonderland event particularly, they picked one person, which happened to be us.
Wow.
And it was pretty crazy. They flew us out to LA, put us up in a super nice hotel in the Hilton, and we got to hang out with Laidback Luke, got to talk to Steve Angelo, ATB, and all his people, and then play a show with like 7,000, 8,000 people when we were playing. They packed out to like 15,000 people. It was just a crazy, crazy event. And then the whole time we had like Live Nation filming us and doing a small documentary, a 3-series documentary, which you can find through Live Nation. You can also find it through our website and everything. And it was pretty crazy, man. It was a good experience.
BLAUSbeats.com.
BLAUSbeats.com.
Blouse.
Did Kate Upton get up and dance on your stage?
Oh man, you could just check out those videos at BLAUSbeats.com and you'll see. It was actually a really interesting experience in that me and Zach really felt in our element. We just, being given an event like that, that's, there's these big music festivals that people are playing, artists now, it's kind of what you're known for. Once you get these big festival shows, you somewhat, whatever they say, make it, because, you bring out, 100,000 people, for a festival show or whatever. And it was really incredible because we weren't really necessarily expecting what we were given. And we had a huge dressing room, with mirrors everywhere and leather couches. They gave us like a bottle of tequila with like 30 Coronas. It was just, we had like cut limes and lemons and anything you would ever need. And it was really catered towards what these kind of events are about for the artist. And that kind of blew us away. And we felt we took so many pictures in our dressing room. We just had a blast, ate it all up. And then we came home and Live Nation flew out to San Francisco, and they, like Zach said, they did a 3-part kind of documentary miniseries on us that followed us to LA and then back to San Francisco. And when the month of January kind of came to an end, that was it. It was, they do these Discovery Project competitions about, I'd say 6 to 8 times a year with all the different events that they do. And it was actually in many ways a really positive, it was a blessing in disguise. It was a positive negative experience because, it's almost like we were given so much fame for about a month, or this experience, everything was given, it was like right at your fingertips. And then when it was all done, they moved on to their next event. And we were just here. And so it's kind of funny because that's actually what gave birth to this album. The Tone was at the end of January, we both were like, what do we do now? Do we just keep making deep house dance music or booty house or whatever, or what do we do? And that's when we both started writing The Tone, and Zach's, came up with these lyrics that we switched up a little bit, but The Tone was actually kind of our life in January of how, this song that's kind of talking about, it's almost like he's singing to a girl, if you will, and talking about this girl, like, where are you? I miss your tone over the summer, all of this. And that was kind of our play on saying that White Wonderland, or this experience of what we want in music, or traveling or doing these live shows, it was like this feeling of missing that. And so it was our call to the universe, if you will. We were putting this energy out there that we were like, screw it, we're just going to do what we want. This is what we want to do. And so The Tone was kind of us coming to this place where we just need to write music. We need to stop feeling like that's how life is, or that we're going to make this or whatever. We're artists. We don't need to want. We just need to give up. We just need to, give into what we're good at. And so that's what kind of gave The Tone, was that this feeling of we had everything there, and then it kind of got pulled away, and then it was up to us to continue the drive.
And so making the album The Tone and recording and stuff, what do you guys try not to do when you're making your music? Is there something you try to avoid?
Yes. I think that something that me and Zach have been making music our whole lives, and doing digital production like this we've been doing for a long time. And something for me, and I know even Zach, that very easily when you make music, it's so easy to make things very complicated and to add so many different sounds, or you have all these different images or ideas or feelings that you want to get across. And so before you know it, you can write a song that just sounds so complicated to the point where we don't really know what's going on. And we've always been a huge fan of that. Simplicity is key. Simplicity in music, being able to follow it, and the consistency and whatever is really important. So with this album, mind you, Hugh is a song that's actually pretty complicated, but our idea was to try to stay away from trying too hard, but more importantly, just doing what we do and not complicating our music, and just kind of, singing live drums mixed with dance music, and that was it. And so that's kind of our mission, was to keep it simple. And
who is singing on Hugh?
That would be me.
Oh, that's you singing on Hugh.
Yeah. Remember that whole girly high-pitched voice? That's
Zach. Wow. Okay. And you're singing I see color, not black and white.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. It's like what you guys are trying to do with your music.
Exactly. That's exactly what the whole album is. And we for so long have been, we actually had a self-released album that was online and iTunes and everything for a long time. And we called it Black Plus White. And the push for this album was to, like I was saying earlier, that you can't have black without white. You can't have our idea is that when you hear something in your ears, you need to also, we have this idea of wanting to see something as well. And we've always played this cards of me and Zach being brothers, and so I'm the older brother, he's the younger brother. With BLAUS, if you didn't have me, you wouldn't have Zach. If you didn't have Zach, you wouldn't have me. And so Hugh is kind of this push on, when I'm with you, whatever, I see colors, not just black and white, because when you combined it all, it's vibrant tones of different things.
I see. Okay. Well, let's play Hugh, and it's the band BLAUS. It's Nathan Blawstone and Zach Blawstone. Nathan in San Francisco, and Zach's been talking to us from Healdsburg. And it's been awesome talking to you guys. Good luck with the music. And
Thank you, Mike.
I can't wait to see you guys play live.
Oh, you will.
and I'll burn so many calories. It'll be great.
Oh, you will.
And bring the plastic wrap so we can help you wrap yourself up.
Yeah.
And bring Woody. Bring Woody. I want to meet Woody.
I'm going to meet Woody. I can't do a Woody voice right now. Hey, golly gee, I'm a cowboy doll from Toy Story. I'm Tom Hanks. That's what he sounds like.
Snake in your boat.
Oh, there you go.
That's terrible.
It's BLAUS on Mike's Daily Podcast. That is BLAUS and the song Hue. And you can find out more about them at BLAUSbeats.com. Thank you to Nathan and Zach Blostone for being on the show. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The picture was taken at a brewery at Heretic Brewing Company in Fairfield. About an hour and a half from where we are here in Podcastro Valley, California. A very nice place. They have great beer there, and they'll even take you on a little tour of their facilities. Cool people there at Heretic. So see that picture at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com.
Mark and Matthew, why would they want to see that picture?
Because it's like inside a brewery and there's a big shiny vat thingy to see. It's cool.
No, Michael Matthews, that's not cool. What's cool is that I have destroyed all of the phone carriers.
Really? Well, that would mean I would have no service on my cell phone, and I've got 5 bars. So.
Oh, but it must not have worked.
It must not have. But your intentions were good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Michael Matthew.
When you stand that close to me, I can really smell your perfume.
You can? Do you like it?
If I were trying to pass out, I would like it. But...
Okay. You left me feeling awkward, Michael Matthew.
I am so sorry. It's wonderful perfume.
Thank you.
The next show, we are going to have the return of the wonderful segment called WOW SCHATZ WOW, where we'll look at the world of travel. Plus, we'll hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Mike, I read the 50 Shades of Grey date.
Yeah, he's been crying for a week.